Hi everyone, my name is Ashley Beeson and welcome back to my channel, and today we're talking the 2025 Fashion Awards that just took place in London last night. Now it is obviously an annual ceremony event that happens, and we always have fashion moments, and I was very excited to see what would be brought onto the red carpet for last night's event. And so out of the many looks, I took a chunk of looks and we're gonna go and run through a review of it with my opinions. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into the video. We're gonna start with Cate Blanchett in Givenchy by Sarah Burton. I believe this was pulled off of Spring Summer 2026 runway, and I loved it on the runway then, and I absolutely love it on Cate. Cate Blanchett is a fashion icon. I love seeing what she puts on for the carpet, and she is just very fearless, and she's just so fun and so amazing when it comes to fashion. Then the look with kind of the falling tailoring, the lapels and everything, the visuals of the white collared sleeve outside the dress, the shape of the dress is amazing. It's such a good dress that I already really liked, and she just wears it so well. I love how her hair is, it's shorter, the makeup is very easy, the jewelry isn't too crazy. A very well done look, and for me, because she was like the first look that I saw from the event, a great way to kick off the Fashion Awards red carpet, for me at least. Anok was in Dilara Findikoglu, and when I saw this, I was in shock because it is one, a stunning look, and I absolutely love it. But on Anok, it is gorgeous. She is stunning regardless, but it is just such an amazing look for her. The shape is amazing on her. The way that the fabric is kind of disheveled and everything that goes with the vibe of what Dilara usually does with her fashion is amazing. The skirt and then into the train with the different fabrications for this look is gorgeous. The neckline, stunning. The hair, makeup, jewelry, everything gorgeous. But the biggest thing that is just so shocking to me in the best way possible is this color on her skin tone. Her skin looks gorgeous here, like it is gorgeous, but this color on her, oh my gosh, it is just so good. This is probably my favorite look of all of the looks, and half of it just has to do with how she looks in it, with how she is as a person. Like, this is like her skin tone with it, her gorgeous face, how they just chose to do the hair and everything. She makes this look so good. Like, it's a gorgeous dress, and I'm sure it looks gorgeous on anyone that puts it on, but she makes it a look, and I'm obsessed with it, and I love it. And it's gorgeous, and I love her, and she is gorgeous, and this is perfection, actual perfection. And then we have Alex Consani in McQueen, and I actually really like this look. I like the skull graphic that's on this dress, and I like that it has kind of a lot going to it when it's not an overly complicated look. It's got the strapless to it, and then it's got the skin piece at like the hip bone to break up the look a bit, and then it has the fabric that's draping and pulling and just adding more shape before it ruffles down on the skirt. It's not a crazy look, but I do really like it. It's a little bit easier of a look to me, and I think that Alex looks great in it. I like the long hair. I like the makeup not being too crazy. I like that there's also not really much of any jewelry going on, because I think this particular look doesn't need a bunch of jewelry. I think overall we're looking at a pretty solid look, and I also like the black and the red to go with the blonde hair that Alex has. I think it's all really contrasting very well, and she looks good. I think it's a good look. And then we have Maura Higgins, and I believe this is Robert 1, because who does anything like this other than Robert 1? And I, first of all, loved this on the runway, and I love it here. As soon as I saw this look, I was just like, oh, this is going in my video because I love this. My favorite thing originally from this look was the hat, and I love that like massive, almost like fascinator hat on her. It's just so good. But the look itself was originally one of my favorites from this couture collection, and it is just so good. I love the pointed bra piece that's at the top, of course, and then it has the white kind of more sunken V waistline that then goes right into the pinstripe. That is amazing. The extra little triangle flares at the waist to kind of create this like flowering effect into the shape with the train. I love this look. Been obsessed with it since I first saw it, and I think that on Maura Higgins, she does a really good job with this look, and it is totally fashion. This is like the type of stuff that I would expect for something like this. Like, this is a fashion event. We want fashion. This is fashion, and I absolutely love it. And then we have Alexa Chung and Chloé and Christen, and I actually didn't think I was going to like this look when I first saw it, but it has grown on me for sure. I just like the shape of it. I like that there's the big chunky, well, it's like what I do like actually is the fact that it is very much like an outerwear look. It looks like a big jacket, but is a really interesting dress, from the big chunky neck to the big rounded and big sleeves like a jacket would normally have, and then kind of comes in with the cuff a little bit, with a little bit more of like the poof in the actual wrist line, and it has more of that like windbreaker kind of trench coat type shape and details along the entire dress. And then it comes down a little bit more, has like that little strip into the thighs. It's under into the middle of the thighs or so it cuts off, not in a very like unflattering place. I feel like that's a good location. And then it has like that little like skirt. It's got a little bit of like a ruffle pleat to it. It's a actually very interesting look, and I do actually like it. I love the heel, nice pointed pump, love it. But I also really like the yellowy shade of both the dress and the heel. It contrasts very well with her hair. I thought the styling in general was pretty good. The makeup is good, the hair is good, jewelry is good. There's not a lot going on. It's definitely like the dress is the moment, and for this particular shape you don't want a lot going on anyways, just because it is a bit bigger and not necessarily bulky, but there's just a lot more fabric and a lot more shape that you can't really add too much to it. And I think from head to toe it's styled well, and I think it's a good look, and I think she looks really good too. And then we have Sharon Stone and Brunello Cucinelli. I don't know if I'm saying the name totally right, but that's who did this look. And Sharon Stone is obviously an icon, and she's had some very iconic fashion moments. I love this look. I like that it's not crazy, but there is kind of also a lot going on, but it's also really just like a nice tailored suit with a fur coat. Like, it's very like, I don't know. I love it, and obviously it's perfect for her too. Not saying that like older women can't dress however they want, but I feel like this type of look works with Sharon Stone and kind of where she is in life right now. It's very fun, it's very fashion. There's a lot of like power in this look, and I think that's why it works with what I'm saying with Sharon Stone. It just works. The tailoring is great, the pant perfect, the heel love it, the coat amazing, the hair and the styling and all of this stuff. I think she looks gorgeous. I love this. I love that the white collared shirt under it has a little bit of detailing to it right in the open space that you can see. It's got a lot of print to it, and I like that it's got a lot of print, but it is in essence a very simple look. It's just got a little hit of woo that makes it fun and makes it exciting, and I think Sharon Stone looks gorgeous, and it's such a wearable and very nice fashion look, and I would probably wear something like this. Maybe a different color and a different type of like fur coat, but I would totally wear something like this. I really would. And she looks gorgeous. And then we have Sienna Miller and Givenchy by Sarah Burton. And I mean, obviously this look doesn't have too much to it, but I love this look. And I think she announced her pregnancy with this look too. So that's very cool and very exciting. But I like this look. I liked it when I first saw it on her. I still like it. It's perfect for like a maternity look, but make it super, super fashion. And it works for this type of event. It's not crazy. There's not a ton going on here. The tulle dress and everything. And then it has, you know, obviously the open cup top with the bustier and everything. Like, it's just, it's gorgeous. It works for the context. She looks stunning. I really like the dress. It's a very simple look. So to me, there isn't really much to kind of break down for it, but I really like this, and I like it. And I liked this type of shape when it was on the runway. I like it here. Not much else to say. And then we have Cailee Spaeny, I believe is how we say her name, and she's in Miu MIu, and I really like this look. I like how clean it is. I like that there isn't a bunch going on with it, and it's a very elegant, simple Miu MIu look. The shape of the neckline going into that halter shape is really nice. I do think that, like, as we go from the halter and we go into like right here on the sides, I think there's like a little bit of extra fabric that's kind of pulling, so it's kind of just like catching my eye a little bit, but I can ignore that. And then we go into the waist with the matching white, almost like tie shape belt that crosses. I love that. I love when there's some way of adding shape to a very simple silhouette. So we get a little bit of a line here, and then it just easily flows into the rest of the skirt and a little bit of a train. It's very simple, but I think it's a very effective dress, and it has like all the right little things to just make it not boring. It's definitely not boring, but it is simple, and it is just a very clean, elegant look. And so for me, I really like this. And I think the fit just needed to be a little bit better here. I'm assuming it's an open back, and that's why it's sitting like that, because it is the halter top. So it makes sense, but it could fit a little bit better. But outside of that, I think it's very well done, and I really like the look. And then we have Paloma Elsesser in another Miu MIu look, and this one definitely has more going on to it than the previous one. This one reads more Miu MIu than the previous one, I think. But I do still like it. I think it has some vintage energy to it while also having a few little modern pieces to it. But I do think the shape and everything is really nice. The dress, like the polka dot part of the dress, which is the main dress, the shape of the necklines going in and having that exposed bra there, I do really like. And then having the rest of the shape be more of like that straighter kind of vintage shape. Hitting the floor straight, that's one thing that I really, really like. And then you pull in the black piece, like the bow piece, that's like the belt, but it's like lower than just like a belt. But that really adds something to it. It gives more shape to the garment, but it also just adds like that bow detailing in the front, so it isn't just a really nicely shaped polka dot dress. It also has something else to it to make it look that much more interesting and that much more fashion. And I think she looks really good in it. I also really like the styling with the makeup specifically, and then the jewelry is a nice selection, not having too much. The hair is fun. I think overall this is a really nice Miu MIu look. It's very elegant, but it still has some Miu MIu DNA in there, and it works, and I like it. And then we have Jama and Ludovic de Saint-Sernin, and I love him and the stuff that he does, and this is gorgeous. It's another just like super simple, really pretty dress. She's gorgeous too, so that also helps. But this is just a simple dress that I really like. I like the color. I like that it's got the sparkle and the shimmer in there. I like that the dress is, I want to say it's more of like a midnight blue kind of color, and then the straps and then the piping on the bust line, and then right under the bust line with the little floral detail is all more of like a black velvet is what it looks like. I really like that detailing. It just makes the dress a bit more special. The shape is good. Everything from jewelry, makeup, hair, it's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I love this dress. I would wear this dress. It's just well done. And more so like my kind of aesthetic, so I really love this. And then we have Marisa Abela in another Brunello Cucinelli look, and I love this look. Particularly, I love these pants. These fur pants, it's like, this makes this look for me. Obviously, like the collared shirt, the white collared shirt is really nice, and I like how it's styled. I like how it's open a little bit more, the sleeves are open and rolled a bit, and how it just sits with the trouser is really good. But these pants, I'm obsessed with. I absolutely love them. And then with the white heel under, love, love, love. The all white look is also what I really like, and I like that it's not exactly the same. Like the collared shirt is a crisp white, but then the fur pant is, and it's more so, it's styled a little bit more like a denim pant with how the button is, and then the belt loops are on there. It's a bit more denim-y shaped. I like how that fur is still white, but you can tell it's warmer than the crisp white of the shirt. And then it's also the same with like the shoe. The shoe is bright, so I like that it's not the same, but it's like similar enough to where you can fully get away with those slight color differences. But I love these pants. The pant is what makes this look, and I know I've already said it, but I absolutely love these pants. I like how they sit. They're straight and flat right up to the heel, and they are just like the perfect length for her. The styling is great with the pulled back hair. The jewelry is just enough. The makeup is super nice. I love this look, and this is such like a extra wearable look, because these pants are extra, but like you can wear them out. You can wear them, and then they're just gonna be show-stopping pants, and if it's cold, you pair it with a really nice like jacket or something, and I just love this look. These pants are everything. And then we have Iris Law in Miu MIu, and this is a look that I actually really like. It's obviously giving Miu MIu with how it's layering and how it looks and everything, but it's a really nice look that I really like. It gives off like a 1930s vintage, but then has the modern Miu MIu with the exposed bra and all that stuff that's happening up top with the front. But then once you get into this like really deep greenish, bluish silk fabric, you get into like the neckline and everything, and the way that the sleeves are and how it just sits and drapes. That's very 1930s. And then you throw in the fur, even more 1930s, and I really love it. I love the color selections from the dress to the color of the brown fur, and then you're adding in that like dark cherry heel to it that just slightly is exposed. I absolutely love it. I like the hair color too. I think that that hair color actually really works with the look as a whole. The glasses are really fun. The makeup is really nice. This is a really nice Miu MIu look that has, again, it's kind of just like the Paloma Elsesser look. It has vintage pieces to it, but then it has things that are the Miu MIu side that bring it a bit more into the modern world. And I really like that about these Miu MIu looks that we got. And this one is just another successful one, because it's really well done and she looks good. And then we have Lisa Rinna in Maximilian Raynor, and I'm gonna be very honest in saying this is probably my least favorite look of the bunch. I will say I appreciate the fact that it is like fully pushing every ounce of everything with trying to give just like crazy fashion, but for me, I just don't like it. I don't, the hair I hate the most. It's just, I don't like it. And I think like the no eyebrow thing, if it's like an attempt for the no eyebrow, I don't love that on her. Some people it looks really good. Not loving it here, if I'm being honest. And then once we get into the rest of the look, it's just too much. The sleeve into the shoulder and how it just fans up is too much. There's just too much going on here, and then as you go lower with the skirt and how it has like the shreds and everything, I don't love it. Like, I think just for me, this isn't for me. if that makes sense. I can understand how some people probably really like this and how other people's probably don't. For what I generally lean into and what I kind of like, this just is not for me, but I appreciate the fact that this was chosen and that they went full fashion, because at the end of the day, this is a fashion event. So what do you want to see? You want to see fashion being pushed, and you want to have some risk there. I think that happened here. I just don't like it, but I appreciate it. Don't like it, but I appreciate it. And then we have Raye and Ferrari and Tiffany's, and I like this look. My favorite part of this is probably, unsurprisingly, the draped silky skirt that's happening. I really like the top that's got the embellishments of the look. I love the neckline, that straight across neckline. I absolutely love. I like that it's got a long sleeve to it, and I like that it's very focused on the embellishment, and then it has that nice contrast of that bluey silk fabric. But to me, because it has most of the shape, that skirt that kind of folds over and then drapes at her waist and then just sucks her in and goes straight down to the floor, I love that part. I think she looks gorgeous. I love that her aesthetic is kind of more vintage. I mean, her music definitely has that vibe, but she's like very modern with that stuff. But the fact that she does wear, from what I usually see, there's always some sort of very glamorous vintage aspect to what she's wearing, and this is just another like modern take on that. I love her hair, I love the makeup, I love how it's styling. It's a great look, but the skirt is what gets me the most with this. I just love the shape of it, and I love the color, and I think the color and the fabric selection to go with the heavily embellished top part is very well selected. And I also like that the shoe matches the silk fabric. Thank you. I always appreciate that. And it's just a great look. She looks gorgeous. Everything about this is great and put together very well. It is a great look. And then we have Rita Ora and Tom Ford, and this is very much a Tom Ford look, and I like it. This is like one of those looks where it's just as simply, I like it. She looks gorgeous. My favorite part is the heel. I love those heels, and I want them. But it is just like, it's a great look. It's kind of giving, I don't know when this look is from, but it's giving 2000s Tom Ford. Like the hyper sexy low cut and then the high slit, and there's not much space in between. Like, it's definitely giving more 2000s for not just Tom Ford, but also for some other designers too. It's very like 2000s, early 2000s, and I really like it. I think the color is great for Rita. I think she looks gorgeous in it. It's a good look. Simply being put, it's a good look, and I love those heels. And then we have Lila Moss in 16 Arlington, and this is a look that I like and dislike all at once. I think my biggest qualm with this look is the neck piece. I don't think I like that. The rest of the dress I do kind of like, because it does have a little bit of flapper energy, especially once we get into the hemline, where it has like the lace and then the white with the extra little detailing in the beading, and then it has the feathers. Like, there is some flapper-esque energy to it, so I like that, and I usually am drawn to stuff like that. And I do like the shape of the dress and everything. I think the colors are good, very neutral colors, having the different textures in the fabrics, from the lace to the sheer to whatever that base fabric is. That's probably the white, the slight embellishment in the white piece that we can actually see, and then into the feathers. I like the dress as a whole. I don't like these top feathers. I think it might actually be like a boa, because it falls down behind her, but I don't like it too much. I could do without it, and then you just have some sort of jewelry or something. You could still maybe have like some sort of choker, but not necessarily all this stuff, because for me, I don't love it. But the rest of it, I'm super cool with. and I think the rest of the styling with the heel, the hair, and the makeup is really well done. Just take this away and I'll be happy. And we are rounding off my little list with little Sims in Tolu Cocker, and this is great. It's giving fashion. It's giving, I'm sure, culture, because that's from what I've seen of Tolu Cocker. That is part of the DNA of the brand and what we get with different collections. The color is amazing. It is just a very interesting look. The hat, always love a good hat moment, of course. I like that the rest of the look has different things going. Of course, the hat and the tailored jacket and then the top part of the skirt are all the same fabric. And I like that there's shape in the waist and the sides with that tailoring, and then falling into a different colored skirt that's got the ruffles and everything. The shoes are adorable, and I love the sock with it. I'm not usually a fan of adding a sock to a heel like this, or in different situations like the sock and the heel type thing, but here I like it and it adds to it. I think this is a great fashion moment, and I appreciate where this is coming from and how it's all styled. And I love the makeup that goes with it because it's a similar color to the greens. It's so well done. The colors are great. The fabrication choices are great. The textural differences are great. It's not your average tailored moment. We have the tailoring in the top, but then we get that ruffling in the skirt and everything. It's very well executed. I'm obsessed with the color, and I love the color on her. It's a great, great, great color for her and her skin tone. And the little hat, I'm just obsessed with the little hat, or the big hats, depending on how big they are. The hat moments, love, love, love. This is a great fashion moment. And those are my looks of choice for my 2025 Fashion Awards review. A lot of great fashion moments, or just a lot of good moments in general. Had a few misses or a few opportunities kind of mixed in there, but overall I feel like the fashion was pretty solid for the event as a whole, with the looks that we spoke about in this video, but also the other ones that I did not mention. But those are my thoughts on this collection of looks. I would love to hear your likes and dislikes on these maybe, or even just the Fashion Awards in general and the other looks that were on the carpet. You can throw a comment down below for that. But as for right now, this is the end of the video, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.